adjusting following a year of virtual class. For student athletes, it's important to manage expectations and really important to gradually ease into things. Jason Beam, a professor with Tulane School of Professional Advancement, joins us with some tips on that. Good morning, Professor Beam. I mean, it goes without saying kids have been less active than they even normally are.
Yes, good morning, John. Yes, they have been less active due to 18 months of being inside. Some athletes may have stayed active, and some have been more sedentary, watching television, playing video games. And so there are some downsides of that in regard to they may have gotten a little bit bigger in size, increased obesity, and some things regarding that can happen is increased risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
So, I mean, there are a couple of different layers of this. One is for parents, one is for, coaches, especially when you start getting into, more elite athletes that are maybe juniors and seniors in high school on a really good football team. But what do parents need to know about getting their children, ready for PE class?
That's a great question, John. I would take into consideration some things in regard to what happened to them when they've been sedentary for 18 months and going into it progressively, taking it easy, going slowly and back into it, not going too hard, because there are some risks for going too fast, too hard in regard to possibly injuring themselves. Also, the risk for lack of adherence to exercise because they're pushing themselves too hard, then they don't want to go anymore. But then also there's a risk for, especially in Louisiana, down in New Orleans, that there is a risk for heat stress. And so hydration, proper nutrition is very important for these athletes. And so the parents making sure that their children know how to hydrate and eat well is very important.
Yeah, the whole water thing is always a good message. But at the same time, I mean, it's, obviously there are all kinds of benefits from being healthy, from being a healthy child. So, it's kind of a balancing act.
Oh, yes. In regard to athletes are just naturally, they go in and they're interested in playing and being physically active. But maybe those non-athletes, students that are, we have PE class that just want to go in and be active. I think it's important for parents to explain to their children the benefits of physical activity when it comes to improving muscular health, cardiorespiratory health, metabolic health, reducing the risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes. Also, there are some mental benefits, psychological benefits, reduced risk of anxiety, depression. Also, if you're in a group setting like a sports team or even PE, you have that group setting where you can build camaraderie and you can build friendships, relationships, which during the past 18 months, this may have been lacking because of the fact of schools not being in person, being more online.
Excellent point to wrap up there. Jason Beam from Tulane, we appreciate your thoughts. Professor Beam, thank you so much.
Thank you, John.